your Carthage College Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineup. First, for the visiting Maroons, number 2, Jack Luker. Number 9, Alex Lee. Number 17, Jaden Shea Bailey. Number 18, Max Rennie. Number 19, Nick Moore. Number 22, David Martin. Number 23, Evan Canelos. Number 24, Lyndon Hu. Number 26, Danny Mendoza. Number 29, Alex Gomas. And in goal wearing number 35, Durpa Shaw. The head coach of UChicago is Phil Cross, and he is assisted by Jack Curtin, Gustav Erickson, and Will Boyd.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road, I'm out to my soul, and tell me the slice whenever the smoke clear out of my face, and my picture perfect, or do I look fried? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is telling, tell you demise, I went to my side, to push back the ceiling, and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights, and right by my side, all I see is a sea of people that ride me, if they just knew what Scotty would do, to jump out the stage, and say I'm a child, the things are creative, it can't almost wait it, I gotta find balance and give me a smile. Yeah, that's why I stayed on my hero, I took it from zero, the flame insane, I read it for miles, it wasn't love that got me.
And now, your starting lineup for your Carthage College Firebirds. Starting off, number 2, Roland Dearborn. Sporting number 5, Nick Renfro. And number 10, Jet Uman. Wearing number 11, Dennis Valle. Wearing number 12, Dominic Gadolinsky. In 15, Christian Idistrosa. On D, wearing number 17, Eli Schopstall. Sporting number 19, Mickey Riley. Wearing number 20, Izzy Irwin. In number 21, Aiden Crowder. And in goal, sporting number 1, Evan Kowalski. The head coach of Carthage College is Paul Leaf, and he is assisted by Blatko Minnick, Cale Brown, Jack Daly, and Peter Tuttle.
Good evening and welcome to Kenosha, Wisconsin's Art Keller Field on the campus of Carthage College. And this is Carthage Firebirds men's soccer. The University of Chicago, the Maroons, are in town this evening for a game, and it should be a really good one. The Maroons come with a long pedigree and a really successful program overall. They were the national champions just 2 years ago in 2022, so they have a real strong program coming in. So far on the season, they are 5-2. But they just lost to Wisconsin Eau Claire in their most recent game, but before that they had rattled off 5 wins in a row. They're also scoring about 3 goals per game, so they have been very, very prolific on the offensive end. Carthage, on the other hand, comes in 3-2-1, and their most recent game was a couple of losses, actually, to Southwestern from Texas, who was in here, as well as MSOE. Chicago has a very tough squad. What can you tell us, Jonah, about who to look out for and what we should expect from this Maroon squad?
Alrighty, so first off, we'll start with number 2, Jack Luker. He has 1 goal on the year, and he's a very well-talented defender. He's a 2023 UAA Defensive Player of the Year, as well as a 2023 All-UAA First Team. Another player to look out for is number 26, Danny Mendoza. He has 5 goals and 1 assist on the year, the senior from Miami, Florida. And lastly, we have Alex Gomas, number 29. He's another defender named to the 2023 All-UAA Second Team. So definitely some talent on the U of Chicago team to watch out for tonight.
Lots of talent on the Chicago team, lots of size and strength as well. We've seen they've got a pretty big squad as well, just from looking at them out here on the field and watching them warm up. They look like they were very strong and quick, so it'll be certainly a handful for Carthage here on their home turf. Carthage is lining up pretty much the way that they have all season long. No big surprises in the starting lineup. Generally speaking, this has been the starting lineup that Coach Lees has trotted out pretty much every game so far. when he's had all of his players healthy, which I think all of his starters are healthy at the moment, and so he's got his first choice 11 out there to take on the Maroons. Carthage has a couple of strong senior players, as we've talked about all season, that are back. Some super seniors kind of up the middle of the team. Mickey Riley being notable among those, as well as Aiden Crowder, number 21, who was the Offensive Player of the Year in the conference last year in the CCIW, their top scorer. And he is the top scorer again this season, although he and Mickey Riley are tied on 4 goals so far. Nick Renfro, too, who you just saw on the ball there, another super senior who Carthage really depends on for a lot of their strength on the pitch. There's an attempted cross there from Dennis Valle, which gets blocked out, and so that'll be the first corner of the game, and that'll be to Carthage. So they'll see if they can get on the board early here. The only 2 games so far that the University of Chicago lost were both in 1-0 scores. Their very first game of the season, they lost against Davis Adolphus College up in Minnesota, and recently, as you mentioned, to Eau Claire just this last week.
Which those are 2 ranked opponents too. So I mean, they're ranked 21st with those 2 losses, which everyone would look seeing 2 losses as a team within that top 25. But those are 2 very quality opponents.
Jet Umand with a nice little move there. That's an excellent point. Their losses have been to really strong opponents. Carthage, too, playing a really tough schedule here with both Southwestern as well as MSOE, who have both been pretty tough opponents in these last couple of games. So both of these teams not taking it easy, certainly during their preseason run here. These 2 teams did face off last season, though. October 4th of 2023, the 2 teams played down at the University of Chicago, and that game resulted in a 1-1 draw. Samuel Riaño, who's still on the roster, was the scorer for Carthage in that one. So that was a great result for Carthage to get that draw there at the Maroons' home field last year, so you think they'll be trying to return the favor here and try to get a result on the Carthage campus. There's a through ball there that's played by David Martin, but it is a little bit too far for his intended target. That was Alex Lee over there on the far side. So Alex Lee is on kind of the left-hand side of the front 3. Looks like Danny Mendoza, as we mentioned, the leading scorer, is in the center, number 26. And over on this right-hand side, we've got Jaden Shea Bailey, number 17. Carthage trying to get some possession here coming out of the zone. Jet Umand is fouled there over on that far right-hand side, just along the sideline, so that'll be a free kick to Carthage inside their own half. As I mentioned in the intro, the Maroons are scoring 3 goals a game, which is a pretty striking number. That's quite a bit more than we see in most teams that we see come through here, are more in the 1.5 to 2.5 kind of range.
Seeing 3 is definitely a number to watch out for, knowing that a team's capable of scoring 3 goals a game, and that's what they average. I mean, 3 goals a game itself is impressive, but averaging that's a scary number.
It is. It certainly is. They've had some big numbers so far. They beat Kalamazoo 6-0 and North Central 4-0.
North Central's no easy team, that's for sure.
That's absolutely true. They're a tough, we know very well, North Central can be a real tough
CCIW conference opponent.
Right. See them every year at least once. Chicago on the ball here. Christian Inestrosa with a little bit of a slide tackle. That ball's played all the way back by Dominic Gadolinsky to Evan Kowalski in the goal. Headed on in the center circle by Valle. And that ball comes all the way through here, but that was offside. It looked like Danny Mendoza had wandered into an offside position, and so even though he had a little run on that ball there, he was offside. So that'll come back. Free kick for Carthage here, and Eli Schaufstall is lining it up. Schaufstall and Izzy Irwin across the back there in the center back positions. Roland Dearborn in the right back, who just made a nice ball forward there, trying to find Aiden Crowder. It goes out of bounds, but that will be a throw in to Carthage. Jordan Mock is not in the starting lineup tonight, so that's a little bit of a change. The freshman had started quite a few games up to this point. I was just thinking that because of the long throw. Yeah. He's got that long throw. And
he does have 4 assists on the year, and I believe 2 of those are from the long throw.
Jet Umanj with the ball in. It's right in front, and a goal!
Nice
Oh,
offsides.
but offside, offside. Some really good interchange, though. That's an encouraging sign for Carthage, even though they were offside there.
The goal horn premature.
The goal horn is blowing, but they're actually playing on the field.
At least they kept the light show off.
That's true, that's true. They did not go all the way with their goal celebration, but that would have been nice to get that early goal, but a good, maybe confidence builder for Carthage, recognizing they can get in there. Here's a cross. Nice cross there. That was number 23. That was Evan Canelos. Evan is a sophomore from Glenview, and he came in from that right back position and fired across there with, if there had been somebody in a central position, could have been very dangerous for Carthage.
That might be their key to their game right now. Is Evan Canelos has 4 assists on the season, so that might be something that they will be trying to do a lot tonight, just feeding him down the wing.
That's a lot of assists this early in the season. Aiden Crowder doing a little hold-up play there, but Jet Umanj not able to keep it in on that far side. That'll be a throw-in to Chicago. And here they come again. Although Dennis Valle is able to clear that ball. Comes all the way back now. That's Nick Lohr at the back. This ball comes all the way forward, though, into the arms of Kowalski. Evan Kowalski's had a good season in the goal so far. He's made some really important saves. He's got a 1.47 goals against average. There's Aiden Crowder again with that little layoff play. Mickey Riley trying to follow it up. Crowder with a nice play to get through, but he misses the pass there. Schaufstall, though, with a nice intervention. Chicago upfield. And the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, you mentioned Stagg Field earlier. One kind of a notable history moment is Enrico Fermi, you know, the famous scientist from the Manhattan Project, tested his first nuclear reactor or nuclear experiments under their bleachers. So, fun fact about the Maroons' home stadium is a pretty big part of history in there.
Absolutely. Not many teams can claim history like that in their stadium, that's for sure. University of Chicago, of course, well known as an excellent academic institution. One of the best around for sure. And a great soccer program to accompany it. Love a good historical fun fact. Here comes Chicago now. That's Who out to this side. That's Shea Bailey. Eli Schaufstall with a good interception there. And a clearance. Aiden Crowder again. He's going to be busy up there, you can tell already. Inestrosa trying to clear it out. All right, so a little discussion here of where that throw-in comes in and where it should be. Carthage goes back in any case. Kowalski now at the back. But it's headed right back in. That's Alex Lee over on that side. Into the center, Lyndon Hu. Canelos loses it though. Nick Renfro to Jet Umanj. Dominic Gadolinsky off to this left-hand side. Christian Inestrosa picks it up there. Nicely done. Good find. Gadolinsky now again. He finds Riley centrally. Umanj comes all the way back to Schaufstall and he resets. He goes across field. Nice ball there. Roland Dearborn is on it. Moving forward. It was a nice pick out there to go all the way across field to pick out Dearborn. He's got it now for a throw in on that far side. Carthage getting lined up. Try to play this in. Dearborn does some slaloming. Gadolinsky tries to get a ball centrally there. Nick Renfro now. Carthage looking good so far in midfield, getting some good passing and some good interchange between their midfielders. That ball goes forward, but really nobody on the end of it. And now Chicago trying to find a way through on this near side. That's Alex Gomez. Gomez is a big guy, isn't he? 6'2".
Yeah.
Definitely got some size on this squad.
Yeah, I had the opportunity back in 2022 to play the national championship winning team for U Chicago, and it was just scary. They were a really talented team. My team ended up losing 4-1. We had them 2-1 at halftime, I believe, and we almost had them 1-1 at halftime. We were feeling great, but they had really talented players. Number 14 back then, Ryan Yadashevsky. Shout out to him. He was a very dangerous player up top, caused lots of problems and scored lots of goals. As well as they had a defender at Griffin Wada. He was a 6'5" defender. I mean, he was huge from Villanova, Pennsylvania. Dude was a menace in the back. So those two dudes will forever live in some scary dreams after playing that team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
a well-deserved national championship for those guys. They're very talented.
Very talented group, yeah, to win that national championship. That's certainly impressive. Here's Riley now trying to find a way through. Dearborn goes all the way back to Irwin. Jet Umanj with a nice jump there to get over the defender Luker. But Luker will throw it in on that far side. So it's been pretty even so far, back and forth here in the first 12 minutes or so. Christian Inestrosa comes striding out here to this left-hand side and tries to get it past Evan Canelos, but isn't able to. Gadolinsky to Renfro now. Loses it to Canelos. And it goes out on that far side. That's Alex Lee. Upfield now, a little scruff for it there, and Lee picks up the remainder. Fighting there with a couple of Carthage players and then commits the foul. So that'll be a free kick to Carthage, so some good effort there from Mickey Riley out of the midfield, getting back on his defensive responsibilities and making the play there in the far corner. Carthage, a very experienced squad, at least the squad that's on the field really is very experienced. A few freshmen have been getting some playing time. Izzy Irwin is the one starter tonight who's a freshman at the back, so certainly an important position. But everybody else out here is a pretty experienced hand. So Coach Lease may be choosing to start some of the more experienced players against this Chicago squad, have some history with the rivalry, and
just try to eliminate that freshman. I don't know if there's a freshman jitters or just that inexperience itself. I think just trying to put as many guys who know the game and have been in it, just to have that experience. There's no knock on any of the freshmen. You can be talented, great, but sometimes just having that ability to know what you're going into just kind of trumps all of your ability itself.
That's a good point.
I guess ultimately leading to like being calm and composed within a game like this.
Right. You can see the Carthage team is having to play very quickly, it seems like, right? I mean, as soon as they get the ball, there's a University of Chicago player on them almost immediately, so they're having to make very, very quick decisions, and you can see how maybe a freshman would be difficult for them to make those decisions under pressure.
it's just a faster game. I mean, that jump from high school to college is huge,
Yeah.
and coaches can't stress it enough. And so being able to just kind of understand the pace of play and the physicality of it is definitely a big jump. So
Especially at the highest levels like
Yeah.
this, right? I mean, you're talking about a nationally ranked team, and
club can only get you so far,
right.
and especially because if you're in an age group now, you're back to playing guys 4 years older than you.
True that. Here's a little opportunity for Chicago. It comes all the way through. A really nice cross there. That was David Martin with the cross, and I think it was Mendoza that was in the middle trying to get a foot on that, but it was a beautiful cross there. And they'll try to bring it back now. Here's Canelos on this side. Martin, though, with a really nice run down the right-hand side and put in a cross that any forward would love to have. Canelos with that cross. It is cleared out, though. Jet Umanj is able to control it there. There's the ball out of bounds, so that'll be a throw to Carthage. Just as we said, that is your one. Kind of gave it away there, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and that's kind of what we're talking about. It's just, I mean, it's quick. It's coming at you, and this Chicago team has no remorse. I mean, they'll go at you, and I mean, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, right.
So, and that's like the second time he's done that. So I mean, just kind of hoping he can settle in a little bit and go back to playing his game that we've seen him play. So
Yeah, he's been steady all through the season so far. Coach showing a lot of faith in him. But he has given it away a couple of times here early, so he'll have to hopefully settle down. Aiden Crowder now streaking down that side. He's able to get it in the corner. Nice run from him to get that ball. Mickey Riley's there in support. Crowder tries to go himself, but can't get through. And now Chicago with a nice little nutmeg there.
yeah.
Huh? I know all players hate to be nutmegged. That's never good.
If you forget nutmeg, you just foul him. Don't let him buy you.
Yeah.
Either the man or the ball, not both.
The ultimate insult. And now here comes University of Chicago just over midfield. Max Wenny comes out here to this near side. And Canelos again. Intercepted in the center circle. That's Aiden Crowder. He tries to find Dennis Valle. He's in a race there. Nice play, though, on defense. There.
Alex Gomez.
Gomez. He's a tough defender to get past, certainly. There he is on the ball again. It's a physical game so far. Both teams really getting after it, but the referee letting them play a little bit. And Gadolinsky turns it back up the other way. Umanj looking for options, but yeah, I'm noticing Mickey Riley playing pretty deep in this game. He's kind of almost in defensive midfield, isn't he?
He probably swapped in for Renfro there to see if they could open something up differently.
Maybe that's what happened.
He might be being marked. Some type of key in.
Yeah. It seems like Carthage doesn't have a lot of players in attack at the moment. Crowder's up there, Valle's up there. But that's about it. Now a long cross at the back here. That's Shea Bailey, who tried to control it there but isn't able to. Eli Schaafstal comes away with it. He finds Umanj, who finds Renfro. Carthage goes in there. They're really going into these tackles very solidly. Izzy Irwin tries to find something over the top, but Crowder did not see that or did not feel that was on. Derpel Shaw is the University of Chicago keeper. He hasn't seen much action yet, but he is a senior from India, and he's 6'5", another really big keeper.
Yeah, it's the second game in a row now that they've had a 6'5" keeper, Southwestern.
Yeah, they had
Was
one
it
too,
Jackson
didn't
Tucker?
they? Yeah, right. Those big keepers have a little advantage, I think. That kind of size. Fill up more of the goal, I guess, right? Yeah. And get to more. Now Chicago again trying to go through the center this time. Valle gets pulled back a little bit. Referee lets it go. Gadolinsky plays it back to Renfro and gets the return. Does lose it there, though. Chicago plays a good pressure game, don't they? They seem to win the ball back very quickly. That's the hallmark of a good team, usually. And here comes Canelos. Hinostroza with a nice interception and gets the ball back. Mickey Riley now deep, lying. He is really playing pretty deep, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to connect the midfield a lot more. Because when he goes up top, there seems to be a little bit of a gap. And the other night was at MSOE and really kind of exposed that midfield hole. And so I think if they drop Riley back down there, I think it'll allow Renfro to have more options to go off of.
Jet Ubanja is able to get through that tackle somehow and cuts it back, but
A little bit of a big touch.
yeah, Gomez got back pretty quickly there and snuffed it out. Ball comes into the center. Now they have a shot. Got himself into a good position there. That was Danny Mendoza, the leading scorer, who got his first real big opportunity of the game, but there will be some substitutions here. It looks like Chicago is going to make 3 substitutions. There you see Jimenez coming on for Mendoza, who just had that shot.
Yeah, so they might run them kind of like a little bit of a platoon up there. Because Jimenez coming on has 3 goals and 2 assists, so I wonder if that's how they kind of keep their fresh legs up top to keep the pressure up.
Yeah, that seems like it would make sense. That would track with what we're seeing here so far.
As well as we got Kai Walsh coming on as well.
Coach Lease doesn't tend to make a lot of substitutions, so we'll see if he'll need to tonight. I don't know. With this tough Chicago squad, he might have to at least find some rest for these players, especially if Chicago's going pretty deep into their bench. He may have to make some adjustments there. We have played half of the first half. We're at the 21:51 mark. And so far, no score.
So I believe right between the hashes there is Raul Pino. He also subbed on. He has 2 goals and 2 assists on the year as well.
He was the goal scorer last season against Carthage, too, in that 1-1 draw. Pino was the 1 goal scorer. I think last year both those goals were scored like in the first 15 minutes of the game. And
yeah, it was real bang-bang plays.
And then nothing for the rest of the game, so that was a...
We're going to help you up, and then the ref is going to caution you.
And there's the first card of the game.
David Martin.
Was it Martin that got carded? Okay. So our first yellow, David Martin. And the referee taking his time, filling out his little book. And now he's satisfied and is about ready to restart play here. With 21:26 to go here in Kenosha.
I'd say so far the energy from both teams has been pretty matched. I'd say it's been really back and forth and high-paced for both teams.
Both teams are really getting after it here tonight. It's been a very aggressive, very physical game so far. Chicago probably with more chances so far.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
But in terms of the energy, I would agree with you that it's really been pretty evenly matched. Carthage having to really put out maximum effort to try to keep up with this strong Maroon squad.
Yeah, set piece for the Maroons here. Kind of coming off a little bit of a Dearborn undercut on that header there.
So now they'll try to get something in the box here potentially. They've got 4 players right on the edge of the box. It's a high ball. Kowalski is there and is able to handle that pretty easily. David Martin was right on the doorstep, though. Right? Actually, that was Evan Canelos.
Yeah, that was he was unmarked too.
Yeah.
That could have been problematic there if Kowalski was to spill that ball.
Good thing he had sure hands there. Aiden Crowder now, though, gets a little bit of a run on his defender, and he shoots! And a goal!
Goal by number 21,
Aiden Crowder, our leading scorer from last season, and now again the leading scorer on this Carthage squad with his 5th goal of the season. That was just pure physical strength,
he just
wasn't it?
knocks that defender out of the way.
Yeah, he really, I think it was Jack Luker maybe that he was able to get through there and just had a little bit more speed. Here you'll see on the replay, oh, you're just seeing the very tail end of it there on the shot, but a good kind of toe poke there from Crowder to get that ball by.
Yeah, that ends Crowder's little, I know personally he would think he's on a goal drought, because if he's not scoring in every game, he's not happy. But to get Crowder on the score sheet in this one, I'm sure he'll feel a little bit of a relief.
Absolutely true. He's got 5 goals in 7 games, but I'm sure he's looking to score more than that, so that'll be nice for him certainly to get off the mark again. So really against the run of play, I would say. Really, you know, Carthage had not had a shot on goal yet. I think that was their first shot, as far as I know. We don't have live stats tonight, so we're a little bit handicapped there in terms of giving you statistics here, but we'll do the best that we can. Here's a cross from distance, and that's easily collected by Evan Kowalski. So that was Canelos again.
A little bit of a mishit there. I think he was expecting more players in the box.
Seemed like it. So Carthage with the ball over the top there. Looks like Live Stats is back, so that's great. That'll be helpful to us as we try to keep you informed here.
Shout out to the production team for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. They got that back online, so good for them. Good for us, good for everybody. So that goal came at the 24:44 mark. Aiden Crowder with an assist from Dennis Valle.
Just kidding. I think they swapped that assist by Renfro as we speak.
Ah, good call, good call. Nick Renfro with the assist.
Sorry, Dennis. It's okay.
I don't know how many assists Renfro has this season, or if he has any. I guess that's his first one of the season. His first point of the season. Certainly an important player in midfield, even though he's not showing up necessarily on the stat sheet. But
I think part of that's due to Riley being in the deeper too. I think allows Renfro to get up a little bit and get free.
Yeah, he has a little more freedom in that.
Kind of relieves his responsibilities being that rock where him and Riley can switch off back and forth, allowing them to kind of cause marking problems as well.
Jet Umanj with a nice play to get that back to a teammate. Aiden Crowder goes over the top. Mickey Riley is on that far side. He's bringing it in now into the box. He goes goal line, tries to cross it, but it is knocked out there. I think that was Luker.
I think the best play we've seen Mickey Riley have all season was last game when he got mad. When he was mad and he went on that tear and scored that crazy solo goal.
That was impressive.
I'm not saying someone should poke the bear, but if someone feels like poking the bear, I'd recommend it because it would be in favor of Carthage, that's for sure.
Yeah, he got kind of upset with something last time, and he ended up picking the ball up, going through about 3 players and scoring a goal. So like to see that version of him again here tonight for sure. Carthage with that 1 goal cushion, see if they can hold on to it, maybe add to it here. Kowalski now to this near side. Jet Umanj, a nice move to get up the sideline, but is fouled. Good effort by him to try to get around his mark there. It's a good battle between him and David Martin. Martin already on a yellow card, so he'll have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, I mean, kind of building off that point of the yellow card, that yellow card makes them 18 yellow cards on the year. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of cautions for this team, and we're seeing that today. There's a lot of fouling going on, both sides. But
that's true, but they are a very aggressive team, you can tell just from seeing them. Here they come forward again. Lyndon Hu over to the far side. Crosses it in, Schofstall with a good defensive play. Aiden Crowder now trying to provide that outlet, which he does. Christian Strosa trying to go down the sideline, and it does go out of bounds. But that'll be a throw for Carthage. We'll take that. Schofstall to Umanj, who tries to tip it with his head into the path of Crowder, but it does go the other direction. Here comes Gomes now, battling on the sideline. He's a big, big player. And they take that free kick. There was a foul on him there. There's kind of 3 players on Carthage trying to stop him down this sideline.
Yeah, everyone was kind of taking a nick at him, trying to take that ball away.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the referee was able to help him out there.
Schofstall boots it downfield. Looks like Carthage is going to try some of these long balls. Crowder does have that speed and strength that he might be able to get around those defenders, which he's already done once. Looking to see if they can get another shot like that. That is the only shot on goal for... Oh, Carthage has... Yeah, that's the only shot on goal. They only have the 1 shot on goal. Chicago also with only 1 shot on goal so far here. So here we are in the last 15 minutes. We're coming up on the 15-minute mark. Played about 30 minutes and just 1 shot on goal for each team. So it's been a hard-fought game, but not a lot of clear chances.
It's more of a box-to-box inside the 2 boxes is the biggest thing for both of these teams, I'd say, right now for the terms of play.
Yeah.
Not much venturing into the final 18.
That's true. It really has been played in the middle of the field primarily so far. Gomes tries to go through. Laid off there, but a nice defensive play. Inestrosa with a nice little dink through there to Jet Umanj, who finds Crowder, who was a really nice ball out to Inestrosa here. Can he cut that ball in? Got tangled up in his feet a little bit. The keeper comes for it. That's Shaw in a good position. It was a nice thought there. Aiden Crowder saw Inestrosa making that run and tried to hit him and just couldn't quite control it or handle it.
Yeah, he was in. He was able to corral that pass a little bit earlier and cleaner. That could have been a really dangerous chance.
Yeah. And here's a chance at the other side, potentially. Right in front. Oh!
He'll want that one back.
He will definitely want that one back. That was Kai Walsh in the center. He's a junior from San Diego, and he had a
sitter.
Golden opportunity there, didn't he? You can see he's very annoyed at himself for putting that one over. It was really a nice cross.
Yeah, that was the perfect build up there. You had your exact play. You had the guy ready to slot the ball in. Kind of an unmarked guy sliding through.
I think that was Jimenez with the cross, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Really beautifully laid in there. And it looks like we do have an injury here on the field. Christian Inestrosa, maybe during that last run forward, might have tweaked something. He's down on the field. The referee's over checking on him, and I think maybe they're going to make a...
Might be something with his groin, remember, because he was injured just recently here.
That's right, that's right. He just came in last game, I think, right?
Yeah, we'll see if he might be something where he re-aggravated it.
He had been injured, and so he is...
He's walking all right, but usually might be a groin injury.
Yeah. He is walking off, as you can see there, under his own power, but...
Pointing to his toes there. I don't know. We'll
something,
see.
yeah,
Hopefully
not sure. Not sure what that is. Carthage going to use this opportunity to make a couple of substitutions here.
As well as the Maroons as well.
Maroons are also.
Kind of counterbalance that. I think that's Drzewicki there.
Oh, yeah. Damian Drzewicki. Damian's a freshman from Palatine. He comes in the left back position, so he'll take Inestrosa's spot. And it looks like Dennis Valle has come off, replaced by, is that Jordan Mock, maybe? I think maybe it is.
I believe it.
hard to see, but I believe
Looks
that
like it.
would make sense. So a dangerous opportunity there. Carthage almost giving up that. Yeah, it was Jordan Mock that's come in, the freshman who we were just discussing a little bit ago. He started quite a few games, so Coach Lees has faith in him to play that position. Jerzwecki as well has gotten some minutes this season.
Yeah, U Chicago subbed in George Lynn, Edward Wu, and Patrick Lynn as well.
So another big substitution.
Yeah.
They've had several of those already. They seem to, as you pointed out astutely earlier on, they seem to be pretty deep on the bench and using a lot of substitutes. When you even just look at their statistics, they've got their goal scorers are really spread out, aren't they?
Lots of different ways to attack, and lots of guys who are willing to step up and take the shot.
Yeah, lots of players that have the potential to score. So
it's not often that you see a lot of teams like that where you can have a bunch of guys who are willing to go to goal and do that.
It's true. Here's another opportunity. Chicago tries to go far on this right-hand side, but Jerzwecki is alert to it and is able to knock it off of the defender. That defender is Patrick Lynn, number 25.
Carthage might be able to get a vote for the all-hair team, kind of like the Minnesota hockey teams. They got Izzy Irwin, Jerzwecki, Riley.
That's true. That's true. They've got some.
Mock's got some nice flow too.
They've got some good flow. That's a good point.
Most importantly, the soccer above everything. But
right.
In case we're talking something similar to Minnesota hockey, we might be able to give them a vote.
So Evan Kowalski with a kick downfield. Mickey Riley picks up the scraps there. Nick Renfro. Carthage maybe starting to settle in a little bit and finding some spaces, but it is hard to come by here. There's the ball upfield. Schofstall boots that one clear. His first clearance was blocked, so he decided to knock that one basically across the road.
Happy I don't have to go get that.
Right. Good not to be shagging those balls tonight.
But shout out to the crew that is in charge of it tonight.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you for your work.
Yeah. I think different athletic teams tend to do that, right?
I believe sometimes it's women's lacrosse and women's basketball that I think are assigned to the men's.
Yeah, I think that's right. So nice of them to help out here and help us get this game played. Comes right back. Good interception by Nick Renfro, but he does knock it into the path of the University of Chicago player. Now through the middle, almost finding a way through there, Kai Walsh. He's been dangerous since he came in, number 7, Kai Walsh. He's been right around that goal several times.
Can't forget about that pass. So that pass was really nifty. It was kind of almost a no-look where he was able to just kind of catch the defenders off guard a little bit. Schofstall was smart enough to be in a good position where he was able to track it and kind of body the defender out of the way, but still nonetheless a good opportunity.
Good opportunity, good pass in there. Walsh does not have a goal yet this year. I'm kind of surprised. He's in a lot of good positions. Gomez is able to corral that one and go back to Shaw. Mickey Riley's chasing. It's the first time I've seen him up that high the whole game, but he is tracking back as we speak. You can see him there on screen, running all the way back to the defensive midfield. So he's got a lot of responsibilities here, not only defensively but offensively, trying to get some pressure on as well. Here he is with a defensive interception. Jet Umanj this time defensively. No foul. Referee letting him play.
Yeah, that was like the 3rd or 4th foul on Umanj there, and I wonder if the referee's starting to get a thought of maybe he's going down a little bit too early.
That could be. Maybe he sees it as he's going down more than he needs to, perhaps. But it has been a very physical game on both sides. That's Edward Wu in there now. That ball pops up and it's headed out. Umanj finds Riley. Goes off of Riley. There's Lyndon Hu, and now Farside, who lines up a shot. Schofstall is there to block, though. A shot on a second effort there. That was Lyndon Hu. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists already this year, so he took a shot from distance. That one was blocked out of bounds by Nick Renfro, who's often in the right place at the right time. But that will be a corner kick for Chicago, so we'll see what they come up with here. This is their first corner of the game. Looks like number 2, Jack Luker, is down there to take it. Looks like he's going to take it with a left footer, maybe an in-swinger. That's a long ball. Thought that looked like it was going to be too much, and it was indeed. Over everybody and out of bounds. And that will be a goal kick to Carthage. Just over 7 minutes here to play now in this first half. Carthage on top 1-0 on a goal from Aiden Crowder. Chicago has had opportunities, but has not yet been able to find the goal. That ball comes through the center, and there's a shot. Ooh, that was another really dangerous one. Came right through the center there. That time it was Sam Jimenez, who's playing now in that kind of central striker role. Again, they do have a lot of different players. I guess he's maybe in a little more of an attacking midfield role. But they really do rotate players through there pretty quickly. Robbie Pino is up there again. Gadolinsky trying to find a way through. Comes back to Chicago. They'll go far side. That's George Lynn. Jimenez comes all the way through. There's Lynn again. He's trying to find a way through there, but it does go off of Lynn and out of bounds to Carthage. This ball comes upfield. Gomas is there, though. Mickey Riley finds Renfro. Trzecki. Now Schofstall goes long downfield trying to find Crowder. Gomas gets a head on it, but Renfro picks up the loose ball, finds Crowder, and he's fouled. Gomas there a little bit too aggressive for the referee's liking. He came in, sort of complained to the ref there. The ref looked like he had had enough of that. He kind of...
Yeah, he's got to be careful here.
Yeah, Gomas is really in the face of the referee after that call, and the referee did not seem to like it much. So we'll have to see how that develops, but that was certainly a risk of a card there. You mentioned U of Chicago has quite a few cards already this season, so that could be a storyline potentially. We have David Martin with a yellow card. But I guess with their depth, they probably shouldn't get anybody that... It's a little bit maybe more of a risk for Carthage because they don't quite play as many deep. Jordan Mock really hasn't been on the ball yet, I don't think, since he came in. But here's Schofstall from distance, way over the net. Not what they want to do with a free kick like that. Certainly a little bit of a wasted opportunity there.
Yeah, they could have taken notes on the free kick that buried him in the Southwestern game. That was a great shot there. Was that Michael Grimm?
Yeah, that was a
Captain.
beautiful shot, right? And then from a similar position, maybe a little closer. That ball is out of bounds. Sam Jimenez, who's been real active up front since he came in, winning another corner kick here for University of Chicago. This will be their second corner. The first one went quite a bit over everybody, but Chicago is packing the 6-yard box, certainly. They've got 5 players inside that 6-yard box, and another one lurking outside. The ball in again. Maybe they're trying to go to that far post. Headed back, but out.
And maybe some
Jet
type of
Uman with a nice
redirection.
effort. Yeah, maybe that's what
that
they're
set
trying to
piece
do.
there.
Yeah, I think maybe
Because the
so.
first one they tried it went a little bit wide, but I think they put him on the line there to everyone goes to switch to look over their shoulder, and the ball's already directed back into the middle again.
Yeah, so I guess they're trying to pick that guy out at the far post and get it headed back into the goal mouth. That must be.
Gave him a chance there.
Yeah. Hasn't worked so far, but you never know. So under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Again, Carthage with that lead on the Aiden Crowder goal. But that's the only shot on goal for Carthage and the only goal. So they haven't had a lot of opportunities, but so far they've got the lead where it counts on the scoreboard. There's a cross, all the way across. Nicely found and a shot. Kowalski beats it away, though. Nicely done. That shot was from George Lynn. That ball comes all the way back to the midfield. But here comes Chicago again. Looking for a corner, and there it is. Drzwecki, though, with a nice header away. Gadolinsky clears it. But Chicago comes right back. That's Lyndon Hu. We've got a lot of skill players, don't they? Izzy Irwin with a nice clearance there. Mickey Riley trying to come through the middle and tripped up. Bouncing around there. That ball goes out of bounds, but it was off of Carthage, so that will be another corner kick, the third here, and quick succession in the latter stages of this first half. We're under a minute and a half to play, so not a lot of time left. Carthage would love to clear this ball out and hopefully go into the halftime 1-0 up. That would be a great place for them to be against this tough Chicago squad. There's a lot to play, but they're certainly got to feel good about the results so far, if not necessarily the balance of play. Here's that corner in again to that far post. Tried to head back in there. That was Jimenez.
Seen that Renfro kind of sniffed out that set piece play there.
I think they're starting to kind of pick up on that. That's good. Chicago trying to fashion one more opportunity here in the second half. They go out again to that far side. Cut inside, but nicely played out there by Nick Renfro. Aiden Crowder trying to hold on to it enough to get a ball upfield. Mickey Riley has it now. He looks to his left, but nobody's there. He's able to hold on to the ball long enough to put it back to Kowalski. Kowalski switched his feet quickly. That was dangerous play there.
Yeah,
And
player pressuring there got a piece of that too.
yeah, I got a piece of it. Not sure you want your goalkeeper with that kind of footwork that close to the goal. 6 seconds left to play. A shot from distance or a cross from distance. That ball's headed out by Izzy Irwin. So a great performance for Carthage here in this first half. Not a lot of action down on the other end, but the one shot that they had was a goal for Aiden Crowder. So at halftime, our score here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha is Carthage Firebirds 1, University of Chicago Maroons 0. We'll be back after a short halftime break. And welcome back here for the second half of Carthage Firebirds men's soccer. University of Chicago is in town tonight, and the first half was a real good one. Lots of action, very aggressive team from play from both teams. And the only goal of the game so far comes from Carthage's Aiden Crowder, who scored at the 24-44 mark of that first half. But I believe that was the only shot on goal that Carthage had in the whole half, so they were in some ways dominated by the University of Chicago, but the statistics don't really necessarily bear that out. University of Chicago had 53% of the possession in that first half to 47% for Carthage. The shot total maybe is a little bit more indicative of what we saw on the field. University of Chicago had 7 shots, 2 of those on goal. Carthage had 3 shots with only 1 on goal. But about 70% of the University of Chicago's possession was in the Carthage half of the field. So it maybe felt a little bit like, even though maybe they only had slightly more possession overall, it seemed like a lot of their possession was in the Carthage zone, where a fair amount of Carthage's possession was in their own zone. So not much getting down that other direction at all. I don't know, what were your thoughts about the first half?
It was a really good game. It's a really good game that we're watching right now. I mean, 1-0. I think the Maroons feel that they kind of shouldn't be down 1-0 is the way they've played so far, but unfortunately Carthage, just the way the game goes. So I'll be looking forward to see what happens here in the second half, because it's going to be something thrilling.
Absolutely. It was a exciting first half. I mean, both the teams were really flying around, and lots of aggressive plays, lots of contact, lots of substitutions, particularly for the University of Chicago. I don't think he actually played the ball there. A little bit awkward. Okay, here we go. Now we are underway. I think the game started, but the ball didn't move. And now we have a kickoff. So Carthage now in the white shirts and the red shorts, coming from left to right on your screen, and the University of Chicago in their maroon kits and maroon socks, coming from right to left, going the other direction, heading south now. No breeze here tonight or anything, so there's really not much of a weather advantage one way or another. Here's a throw in for the Maroons. Max Wenny goes back to Luker. Lore over to Gomez. Good control of the ball here to begin the second half from the University of Chicago. Carthage is going to have to, really going to have to maintain their defensive strength here. They gave up a couple of opportunities in that first half, but Chicago just kind of scuffed the chances that they did get. But they had them. A couple of good crosses, a couple of shots from really dangerous positions, but just not able to put one away. So Carthage is going to have to maybe step it up a little bit if they hope to get a result here this evening. Jet Umanj with a nice interception there. Nick Renfro through the middle of the field finds Aiden Crowder, who holds it up nicely. Up on that left-hand side now, Jordan Mock, the freshman, gets that ball into the corner. He's battling there, and referee decides that was a shoulder-to-shoulder contact. It was certainly some contact there.
Yeah, it's just a man's play there.
It was. Nice defensive play there by Eli Schaffstall on the other side. He plays the ball upfield, but Aiden Crowder can't quite get on it. Crowder's been pretty isolated in this game. The one goal that he did get was one that he kind of mostly created for himself there by getting in behind the defense and muscling through a defender to get that shot off. Nice change of play here.
Yeah, it looks like that Carthage defense too. They're going to start kind of packing in with that 4-4-2 here.
Gomas tries to find somebody across the box. Mickey Riley is there on defense. Picks it up and clears it. Although right into the path of the University of Chicago defender, that was number 19, Nick Lore. Riley for Carthage has really been doing kind of double duty. He's been playing sort of, yeah, he's been everywhere, deep midfield. And now he's come forward again, but he's being expected to do a lot there, cover a lot of position and a lot of ground, I should say, in the midfield. He usually plays in a little more advanced position, but Coach Lees has sort of dropped him into a much deeper position. A little bit of an errant pass there, but Gomez will chase it down before it goes out of bounds on that far side. Chicago is controlling it here, trying to find a way through. Riley again there. Finds Crowder, finds Renfro. They try to get it upfield. Carthage now in a little bit of a dangerous position here. They got quite a few players upfield, but that ball over the top doesn't quite find its mark. Alex Salvino is now in that kind of central striking role for Chicago. Albino's a graduate student from Western Springs, Illinois. They really do effortlessly change personnel, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he was up front there in the first half, and here he is the beginning of the second half up there.
Don't seem to lose much intensity either.
No, they've got a lot of quality. Nice ball through here, Mickey Riley. He's taken down there on the edge of the box, and that will be a card. So Riley getting an opportunity there, and a card goes on number 24, I believe that is, right? Lyndon who? So the second yellow card shown.
Patrick Lynn, 25.
Was it 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick Lynn, number 25, with the yellow card. My apologies to Lyndon Who. That was not his card. That was. So now two of the Chicago players with yellow cards. And Carthage with a free kick here in a dangerous position. Just about 3 yards outside of the box. Jet Umanj and Mickey Riley there. Carthage not a lot of players forward here. It looks like maybe they're going to try to shoot from that distance.
Yeah, it'll be Umanj, I bet.
Umanj is lining it up. Takes it. Oh, and it's just blocked. I guess the wall did its job there, huh? But it looked like an effort that could have been on goal if it had not been tipped there. But that will be a corner, the resulting play. And Mickey Riley goes out to that far corner to try to take that. Carthage has a couple of players close by. Umanj sneaks out from the goal line. Jordan Mock, though, gets it intercepted there. That's David Martin.
Inostroza, actually.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right, actually. Inostroza's back in. Okay. We were wondering whether he would come back in or not, and he has. My mistake. So Christian Inostroza, who went out injured in the first half, is back in that left back position, although right there he was just passed by. So hopefully that's not the injury. But Carthage unable to get a chance from that aftermath of that free kick. And corner. Into the middle now. Nice ball. It's in front. Nice play there. I think that was Inostroza who played that ball out. Kai Walsh with the dangerous play.
Yeah, yellow card for Umanj there for a little bit of a cheeky pass away as he went to pick it up.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
That's been a real talking point in the Premier League these last few weeks. So
yeah,
I'm an Arsenal fan, and we got another red card on it this week.
Yeah, that's right. Was that Trossard?
Trossard, yeah.
That was a dumb foul, though. The first one I get. The second foul that he created, that was. I think it warranted another yellow, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's a tough call there.
Yeah, it is a tough one.
But knowing you're on a caution going into that foul, that's something that you think you got to be aware of.
Right.
Just shouldn't be getting into that situation to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. And since Rice had done it just the week before, or whatever, 2 weeks before. Not a smart play for sure from Trossard. But they held on and got the draw.
Well, then Holland, did you see that video of Holland throw that ball into the back of Gabriel's head?
I didn't see that.
After the goal, him and Gabriel got into it a little bit. Holland picks up the ball after they score and just throws it right into the back of his head.
It's becoming a more heated rivalry
Yes.
These days, that's for sure. We'll see what result that draw has on the rest of the season, but there's a long ball from the Maroons all the way back. Evan Kowalski picks it up. Takes his time a little bit, and now boots it downfield. Mickey Riley picks that ball up on a heady play. The ball gets through. I don't think Jet Umanj thought it was going to get through, so he was kind of hesitating there. Hinostroza now back to Umanj. Nice play. Some good interchange over on that far side. Now that's Jordan Mock, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's playing in a more advanced role now, I think, yeah. And he'll throw the ball in here. We know he's got that long throw. It looks like maybe he's lining that up. Carthage scored off one of these throws in an early game. That one comes into the box. Nick Renfro trying to find a way through there and can't, so it goes out in the exact same position, and Jordan Mock will line up another one. There's another ball into the center. Mickey Riley lines it up. Maybe didn't get the best connection with it, but wanted to take it first time. Not a lot of time on the ball right now. He just
pretty much just kind of saw that thing all the way through.
Yeah, it was not a difficult stop for him. And the Maroons come back the other way. There's Luker. Plays it all the way back to who? It's Lohr. Luker now looking for something upfield. He's working it around, trying to find the holes in the Carthage defense. Gomez now tries to go through. It does go off of Carthage, I should say. And that'll be a throw for Chicago down in that corner. Back to Gomez. He plays it in and out. And that'll be a corner for the University of Chicago. So this is their fourth corner now of the game. They do have a lot of big players, so you'd think this could be a potentially dangerous situation for Carthage on this free kick. Jack Luker is over there to try an in-swinger. They've been kind of hitting these at the back post and trying to get something back in. We'll see if that's the game plan again here.
They just subbed on Canelos there.
Ooh, there's a ball right in front. That ball went off the crossbar, headed in and off the crossbar, so Carthage survives again. Very, very close that time. Kind of hard to see who got on that header, but it was a good opportunity for...
It certainly rattled the bar, too. It was no soft header by any means.
No, it was well struck. So Carthage gets a little help from the crossbar on that one. Throw in to Carthage now. Christian Hinostroza there. Comes into the center. Kai Walsh picks it up there with a nice ball forward. Dominic Gadolinsky out to Jet Umanj. Beautiful little footwork there to go around his defender. Goes back to Dearborn. Dearborn tries to cross it to Crowder, who's there. He can't sort it out, though, before it comes forward. Christian Hinostroza, good effort there. Two players go rattling into the University of Chicago bench. A yellow card comes out. I think that was Robbie Pino, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of a late challenge.
It was a late challenge. Carthage player is down over there. The two players went hard after the ball right there, and Pino was adjudged to have maybe pushed him a little bit in the back, and Christian Inestrosa for the second time tonight is down on the ground with a potential injury. So we'll hope that he's okay there. Getting some treatment, and it looks like they're going to wait until he's able to get some treatment there before they're going to restart the game. So the two teams will kind of go back to their benches. At least Carthage, well, I guess looked like they were going to go back to the bench, but now I'm not quite so sure. Players getting a little drink of water here, having a little time to have a conversation about what's going on in the game. Got 33 minutes and 6 seconds left in this one. Carthage still up 1-0. Chicago has been threatening, though, including a recent header off of a corner that went right off the bar, right off the crossbar. Inestrosa is now up and going back to his bench. He's been through a lot here tonight. Not sure if he'll return to action or not. Looks like Carthage is going to have to substitute him at least temporarily here while he recovers. And Damian Drzwecki, who came in for him in the first half when he was injured, looks like he may come in again here in the second half. Carthage has their first CCIW game coming up on Saturday. 5:30 to start for that one. That will be a double header again on Saturday, just as it was tonight. The women's team in the early game and the men's game a little bit later at 5:30. So tonight they had different opponents, but I believe on Saturday they have the same opponent, both teams taking on Milliken.
Yeah, both teams with the conference matchup there, so that'll be a big game to start off kick off the conference season for, I believe, both teams.
I think that's right. I think it is the first CCIW game for both clubs. And we're back underway here now. 33 minutes to play here in Kenosha. So far, Carthage has the better of things on the scoreboard. But the University of Chicago has looked tough throughout and certainly is not going to go down without a few swings here, you'd think, in this last half hour. See if Carthage can hold on or not. Izzy Irwin with a nice play there at the back. That ball is popped out of bounds by Nick Lohr. Drzwecki now with the throw in, just inside midfield. Little mix up there. And Chicago comes back quickly, but a nice play again by Irwin. He's just made a couple of nice plays back there tonight. Last couple of minutes. Mickey Riley now coming forward. Jet Umanj trying to get past his defender there and could have done it potentially, but the ball did sneak out of bounds on that far side. Chicago plays it in quickly. And they're coming upfield. Carthage dropping back into a defensive position. Kind of in a 4-2-2-2 now, I guess, or something like that. It's definitely moved into a very kind of defensive shape. Riley has been back there almost all game, kind of helping out in defensive
not a
midfield.
normal position for him.
No, you don't usually see him at the back of lying that deep. But I think coaches maybe just told him to mop up back there. Kind of adding an extra player in the defensive midfield. There's a foul by Nick Renfro. Lyndon Hu was a recipient there. Lyndon is a senior from Acton, Massachusetts. These Chicago players come from pretty far afield. They're not a very local team as far as where the players are from. Most of the Carthage players from the geographic region, but Chicago draws from a much wider pool of players from all over the country.
Massachusetts, Florida, Georgia,
California, New Jersey,
Virginia,
Texas,
India, the Bahamas.
domestically as well as internationally. They've got quite a diverse squad. There's a ball in. Evan Kowalski, though, sees that one and is easily able to scoop that ball up and falls on it. So we are now down to the 30-minute mark. We played 15. Carthage still with just that one shot on goal. Oh, no, they've got two now, sorry. Chicago only with three, though, so neither team getting a lot of opportunities on goal. Big 50-50 challenge there. Now Jet Umanj on that left-hand side finds himself behind the defense. He is onside, though. He finds Crowder. Crowder trying to dance through a couple of defenders, but loses it. Jordan Mock now takes a shot from distance, and that's easily scooped up there by Dirpal Shaw. Shaw rolls it out here on this near side. Luker again, that ball went out of bounds, though. Carthage fans feeling a potential victory here are really trying to root on their team, give them that energy to get over the hump here against Chicago. If they get another one, certainly that would be huge. But they're certainly concentrating on just not giving up a goal here, I think. They're dropping pretty deep here. As you can see, Umanj and Crowder are the furthest forward, and they're dropping into their own zone before they're even pressing in any way. There's a ball over the top. And an offside there. So Chicago certainly trying to find a ball forward here if they can. Carthage will play that from the back. Out of bounds to Carthage. A throw in there.
I think they might have called it a foul there.
Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. Well, no. Yep. I wasn't sure there, wasn't. I'm not sure if they were sure if that was a foul or out of bounds. Hard to tell, but I guess the whistle indicated. Kowalski gets rid of it just at the last minute, but it is blocked there. Dangerous play. Umanj with a nice play to get in there. Taken back, though. Trying to find something through the middle, it seems like. University of Chicago seems to want to try to go through the middle there.
Yeah, they're doing that, or they're playing over the top. They're trying to get that kind of floated ball in, maybe preferably to the corners, and then from there they're going to redistribute it back in, hopefully on like a delayed run.
Seems to be the plan there. George Lynn, as you see, comes back in. Kai Walsh comes all the way back to Luker. He tries to find something up the middle, trying to go through there, but good stout defense there. Izzy Irwin made a couple of nice plays here in the second half.
Yeah, the first half for Irwin was a little bit shaky, but he was kind of just acclimating, and now he's settled in.
Yeah, absolutely. He made a couple of kind of errant passes in the first half, but here in the second half, he's made a couple of real important interceptions. So he's
certainly made up for it.
Yeah, he seems to be found the rhythm of the game for sure. Here comes Gadolinsky now with a little room to run. He finds Riley, who now is streaking up this right-hand side. Riley goes far side to Umanj. A little bit too much on it maybe, but it will be caught up to there. Back here now to Mock. Renfro to Umanj coming across the center. No foul. Carthage trying to find a way through that center. Both teams not able to really find anything going up the middle. Here's Irwin out to this near side, but nobody there. So that'll be out of bounds and a throw in to University of Chicago. Coming up on 20 minutes played now. 25 to go here to decide the winner in this one. This would be a huge win for Carthage if they can maintain this one-goal advantage over a ranked opponent. The Maroons fell down the rankings a little bit this last week, right?
Yeah.
They got the 2 losses, of course, the one to Eau Claire, which we mentioned recently.
I think they were 8th right before the poll. I think that poll was on the 14th, and I think this recent poll was the 21st.
Okay.
Or maybe the 24th.
But a little switch there, and now they've got it in front.
Oh, extra touch.
And now a shot comes in, and another shot, and sliced wide that time. Boy, there's a couple of opportunities there. Kai Walsh.
Is that him again? Did he miss the first one too? The sitter early.
That's
on in the
right.
first
That's
half?
right. That's 2 shots now where he's had a pretty good look at goal and not able to convert it. Walsh from Houston, Texas. Aiden Crowder now. That's a Carthage throw. The assistant wasn't sure. He thought it was a...
Oh.
Now they have switched it around. Oh, okay. The referee and the assistant had signaled different directions that time. And so there's a little confusion over there, but now the assistant's call has stood. And we are back underway. Carthage dropping deep again, letting Chicago have the ball in these kinds of positions and trying to keep them from getting any deeper. Luker goes across. George Lynn now with the ball over the top and right into the arms of Kowalski. So Carthage will take that.
Looked like they had Sovino on an island there, sitting just outside the 18.
Yeah, if he could have gotten the ball there, it would have been dangerous. Mickey Riley with a nice ball, nice job taking that down. He finds Umanj on the far side. Umanj cuts it in a little bit. Now he's going to the end line. All the way, and that'll be a corner to Carthage. So a nice play there by Jet Umanj. Mickey Riley's had a couple of nice switches of play over to that left-hand side. Umanj has been in some space over there in the last couple of times. He's been able to get down there and get Carthage an opportunity. Now it's going to be another corner kick here. Carthage has had 2 corners so far. This is number 3. They take it short. Riley trying to get through there. He stumbles. Jet Umanj now. He'll try to cross it. He does. But it's a little bit too close to the keeper, and Durpal Shaw picks it up easily. So a little bit disappointing there. Carthage not getting a better opportunity off that corner. Had so few opportunities. They've really got to make the most of those, I think. Mickey Riley now at the complete other side at the back. I mean, he doesn't seem to have a position tonight. He's just sort of...
He's just doing a fitness test.
Yeah, he's just wherever he needs to be, I guess.
Yeah, Riley's always been one of those guys who's always maintained his fitness. I mean, he's always at the top of the line in the preseason fitness tests.
Yeah.
He always comes into the season ready, and he's showing it right now why he's one of those guys.
And here's the ball over the end line. Okay, so that's a goal kick. I thought maybe that was going to be another corner kick. I remember when I talked to Coach Lease last season, the way he described Mickey Riley was he said he'll run through a wall for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true. He's just got kind of endless energy, and looks like he's going to get a break here maybe. I bet it won't be very long.
No.
So Mickey Riley goes off. As we said, he's been everywhere tonight. And who did they bring on in his place?
Is that Malzek? Mike?
Is that who it is?
18. Senior from Wilmette.
Okay, Michael Malasek. He's got big shoes to fill there. We'll see if he's going to play that same position. I'm not sure.
I bet he'll be more forward focused.
Seems like he is, at least so
Mike's
far.
got some straight line speed. One of the fastest guys I've ever seen
Is that right?
on the field together, yeah.
Okay. Try to use that speed. There he is on the ball, trying to play some defense. That ball goes deep into the corner now and over the line. So that will be a goal kick to Carthage. 20 minutes to play. 70 minutes so far. Carthage holding on here against these University of Chicago Maroons, nationally ranked, national champions in recent years. This would be a huge win for this Carthage program if they can hold on here, but there's a fair amount left to play. 20 minutes is a long time. Chicago's now had 12 shots, but only 3 on goal. But we've seen some that have come very close. Kai Walsh has had a couple of good opportunities.
And the ball off the crossbar in the corner.
The ball off the crossbar, exactly. So they've come close. So far it's just been the bounce of the ball that has been the difference here tonight. Chicago throw. There's a foul. So this will be a free kick now for Chicago in the Carthage end. Taking it on the football 20-yard line there, so about 28 yards or so outside of the goal. 26 maybe. Chicago has lined up a number of players on the far post. And they're now into the zone. That ball looked like it might have been ticketed for the corner.
Yeah.
Kowalski with a nice save there. He had to make a decision. And that was a pretty decent shot from that kind of distance. Looked like it could potentially have gone in there, at least from this angle. So a couple of more substitutions. That's been one of the stories. Coach Lease really has only played, I think, 3 subs in the whole game. Maybe 4.
And some of those weren't even forced subs. I mean, they were forced subs.
Right, right. That's true. That's true.
Hinostrosa injury.
Yeah, twice. Shot from distance. Ooh, that ball just sneaks by the far side there. Kowalski breathes a sigh of relief. It wasn't a hard shot, but it was just looked like it might have been ticketed for that lower corner, so he's happy to see that one go wide. Carthage has gotten a couple of good breaks here, certainly. I mean, a couple of shots one way or the other, a couple of inches one way or another, and this game could be quite a different score.
Yeah, very much so. But we'll see if they can hold on for the next 17 minutes.
17 minutes. It'll be a long 17 minutes, I'm sure, here, as the Maroons have been applying a lot of pressure. Some kind of insurance goal would just be huge here, but that may be too much to hope for. There's a shot. Nice block there. Eli Schaufstall in a good position. Aiden Crowder gets probably fouled. And here comes Malachek. You mentioned his speed. Shaw is out, though, very alert. It's kept in on that far side.
It's a heck of an effort.
It was. The Carthage team felt like it might have gone out of bounds, but
I'd be yelling if it was out of bounds, even if it wasn't.
That's true, that's true. They are partisans, that's for sure, no question. Not sure we can trust their point of view there. And it looks like Mickey Riley's on the sideline there getting ready to come back in. Not too surprised there. He got about a 5-minute rest or so. He has really been running all night long, though. Luker trying to find a player on the sideline. Carthage might get a substitution here. It looks like Aiden Crowder is going to get a little break with about 15 minutes left to play. Riley for Crowder is that substitution. So Malazek stays on. And Mickey Riley comes on in place of Aiden Crowder up front. So probably Malazek will take up that striker role, I imagine.
I bet you Crowder will come back on.
I bet he's not off for the night. I think he's just getting a little rest.
He'll
Yeah, kind of similar to Riley. Got about a 5-minute break there. Keep him fresh for the end of the game. Nice play by Gadolinsky there to clear it. Shaw comes all the way out of his goal, and
Carthage really just out here clearing the ball left and right, trying to get something forward.
Just trying to get it out of there and maybe find a ball through if they can somehow. Down the sideline, Malasek has it now. All the way across. That was Gomez. He is a tough defender, isn't he?
Uses his size to his advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that big body, and he throws it around, that's for sure. Jordan Mock clears it up. Malasek over the back of him. There's a foul. Carthage fans appreciating that one. So Nick Renfro getting the ball there and leaving it for a free kick. Carthage not in a big hurry here to take these free kicks. Under 15 minutes to play. There's a ball. Comes down into the corner. Shaw, though, will play that out. He hasn't had too much to do tonight, really, honestly.
Other than that one shot from Crowder, and there really wasn't much he could do there.
Yeah. And now Chicago comes back upfield. It's all been pretty much in this half.
Good
Out to
ball
the
in.
side. No, that was a nice ball. Jimenez, I think it is, in the corner there. And that'll be a goal kick. So again, some good defense back there in the corner. That was Mickey Riley who was back there.
Yeah, we'll start to see that sense of urgency build a little bit more for the Maroons in this upcoming 13 minutes here.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to find some way through here. We mentioned last year was a 1-1 draw, so I think Chicago would take that 1-1 draw at this point, just if they could get that goal. And Carthage will try to hold on, keep their defensive shape. Bend but don't break, I think, at this point. Into the center. There's a shot. There's a push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He can't push the goalkeeper. No. It definitely was a foul there. Referee's calling timeout here. I'm not sure. I think it's just a, looks like Kowalski, the goalkeeper, is down. Referee helps him up. And that'll be a goal kick, or a free kick, I guess, on the foul. That ball was down, bouncing around in a dangerous position, but
if he didn't shove him, he might have had a shot at it,
I was going to say, yeah. If there wasn't a foul, I think there was definitely potential for a goal there. So we're back underway. And Crowder's already lined up there, coming back in. See? Luker now trying to go through the center. Schaufstall's been great back there tonight.
Yeah. Just kind of been facilitating a lot of stuff, especially with his long ball that he's able to drop over the back line.
Yeah. We talked earlier in the season about how he was converted from midfield to defense, and he really has great instincts back there. Really found his calling, I think, back there as a center back. Jordan Mock not able to stop him defensively, but a little assist there from Nick Renfro, who's backing him up. Carthage has packed their defense pretty tight there. And they've got kind of Riley in sort of a auxiliary right back position, and Jordan Mock as a auxiliary left back, basically. So they kind of got almost 6 across the back at this point.
Yeah. little bit of a sloppy foul there by Riley. That doesn't need to happen.
That's true. Don't want to give up free kicks here, so hopefully this doesn't result in anything. Lyndon Hu will be lining that up. Into the box. It's headed on. Looked like it was going towards the goal. Izzy Irwin, though, is able to clear it out as far as Jet Umanj, who goes in for a second shot. Mickey Riley with a nice play out there to Jordan Mock. Mock tries to go over the top. I'm not sure what the...
You're just allowing the team to reset. They're going to play that park the bus roll for this next 10.
Yeah. Just trying to get it anywhere but on their half, I guess. There's a nice play by Mock. Here he has a little bit of space to run. Jet Umanj up the middle. Can he find him? He does! He goes around, and a shot off the post! Oh my goodness! Mickey Riley now picks it up in the box. He's got that ball, trying to get through, and it's defended effectively there. What a play there.
Wow.
Shea Bailey comes out. It was a beautiful run through there. Jordan Mock with a really nice pass. Jet Umanj picked it up just in front of the goalkeeper, around the goalkeeper, and hits the near post with his shot. Boy, that was so close to that second goal. Let's hope they don't come up the other end and score so often. That seems like it's the case. I shouldn't say that, right?
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to sit here in silence and let it go.
Mickey Riley now, instead of going upfield, he just decides to go back and cleared. And already comes back the other way, George Lynn into the center. Nice play by Nick Renfro. Carthage, though, the game has opened up a little bit here.
Yeah.
It seems like Carthage is getting some opportunities.
Carthage really just trying to play in that shell, though. They'll take the opportunities if you as Chicago will give them to them, and they have.
Yeah.
But Carthage very content of staying in their half and just parking the bus.
And they're really just booting it out every chance they get to, aren't they? Aiden Crowder's still over there waiting to get in. There's not been an opportunity. That ball goes out of bounds. And finally we'll get substitution now here. So Aiden Crowder's been waiting for, I think, something like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5-ish, 4 minutes, yeah.
4 or 5 minutes that he's been waiting to kind of get in this game. There just hasn't been a stoppage of play. It's been end-to-end action. It's really been a great game, even though we've only had the one goal. So some nice work by Malasek there, coming in and giving Crowder a little break, and now he's able to come on for these last 8.5 minutes at full strength.
And that's what a great team does, right? Unselfish guys willing to come in for other players, willing to just do their role, come in, and that's what makes Mike so great too. He's one of those guys that's really unselfish. He'll play for his team, and he's a great teammate.
Just does all the hard work and doesn't get any of the glory necessarily, but doing the important work to help his team win. That's a very big contribution, absolutely. Chicago trying to find that perfect ball through here. Who with a centering pass. Irwin is there again. Riley now trying to find a way through. He chops it up through the center of the field. Crowder decides not to chase that one. So we're down under 8 minutes to play now. Still 1-0 here. Can Carthage hold out for another 8 minutes and get this victory? There's a ball who's hard.
It's a goal kick.
Yeah, that was Dearborn who really launched it off of the defender there, about 20 yards away from the end line, but
might have an NCAA logo in his chest tomorrow.
That might be his next tattoo, I have a feeling. Way upfield now. There's a foul, so Carthage will take that. That'll be a free kick in Maroon territory. They'll take their time over this one, I'm sure. Get a few players forward, see if they can get something in the box. I don't know. They won't put a lot of players forward, I'm guessing, but they...
George Lynn's done that foul twice now, and he's looked back both times like he didn't do anything, and he's put both arms into that guy's back. Fortunately, you got to learn, but it is what it is.
Nice ball centrally here to Nick Renfro. Carthage will try to get a little bit of control here, although Irwin now just goes forward. Crowder with a nice header. Mickey Riley's on it. Crowder's open in the middle. Oh, he can't find him, though. And a shot from Riley off the crossbar again. 2 shots off the crossbar. almost a handball there too. There was a call for a handball in the box. So Carthage twice in the second half in the last 10 minutes or so has hit the crossbar. Mickey Riley there with a powerful shot off the crossbar. Jet Umanj earlier on hit a post, I guess. It was not a crossbar. But boy, there have been several real close opportunities here in this second half for both sides. But no goals. Boy, soccer is boring, isn't it? There's never any scoring. Such low scoring games. It's been a lot of excitement here tonight. Nice play there by Dearborn. Now the Carthage faithful really getting behind their team at every single opportunity here. Can he go wide? Mickey Riley's open on the far side. Play it through, play it through. Nice, Jet Umanj in the middle. Oh, he's over the bar with his left foot. Another great opportunity for Carthage. They had several players open. I thought Riley was on the far side, was making a nice run there. But now Chicago's coming back. Just over 5 minutes to play here. Real exciting one here from Art Keller Field.
Yeah, Umanj channeled his inner Kai Walsh there, unfortunately. The two of those guys have had their chances tonight and just haven't been able to put it away.
That's right, that's right. Umanj has had a couple of good opportunities for a goal. Not easy opportunities, but certainly he's had some good shots in there. There's a foul right in front. So Carthage will take that free kick, and under
Bruin's
4
in
minutes.
desperation mode now.
Absolutely.
Little fouls that are unneeded. That's that sense of panic.
Gets a little panicky out there, gets a little sloppy. Kowalski goes way upfield. Renfro now trying to find Mickey Riley on that far side. He does find Riley. Riley now drives it. Goes out of bounds, but that'll be a corner kick to Carthage. So again, Carthage really doing a nice job here of taking those opportunities when they get them and keeping the ball on this side of the field. Carthage now has had 10 shots and 3 on goal, including, as we mentioned, 2 that have gone off. One off the crossbar, one off the post. Mickey Riley lining up the corner on the far side. 4 minutes to play now. Is he going to play it short? The referee
Give him a time-wasting yellow.
time-wasting yellow. Okay. Riley again lines it up. Takes it short. They go all the way across to Nick Renfro. Renfro chips it back up to Jet Umanj. He's offsides. So not a great play there from Carthage. Not getting an opportunity or holding onto the ball, either one.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that set piece all night and off that corner, and it really just hasn't worked for them.
Yeah, that short corner has not really been doing the job, has it? That goes out of bounds there, so nice hustle from Riley again at the back. He's been at the front, he's been at the back, he's been everywhere. And Jordan Mock's going to take the throw in there, long downfield. Ball does not go out of bounds, it stays in, and now Carthage needs to get back. Here comes Chicago. Nice play, Izzy Irwin. Stuck out his leg there for an important interception.
Yeah, that might have been the biggest interception of the game right there.
I think it might have been. I think you're right.
Helps to have a 6'3" frame that allows you to get that extra reach.
Absolutely. Irwin has been excellent here in the second half. The freshman getting kind of a baptism of fire here.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes and another boot upfield. Chicago will try to turn this back up as quickly as possible. Nick Lohr quickly over to George Lynn.
His strategy's been like this, what is it, the last 20 minutes? It's just sitting back, and when in doubt, kick it out.
That's right. Sitting deep and clearing it. And that'll be Carthage ball again. So another ball that, and we're at the 2-minute mark. 2-minute warning, folks. This could be a big win for Carthage here. That ball's thrown downfield, really nicely done there. Aiden Crowder picks it up.
Why not just take it to the corner then?
Yeah, he might have Might have been the play there. And he loses it out of bounds. We'd like to hold on to that one a little bit longer, maybe down there, but now we're down to a minute and a half. So one last opportunity maybe here. Dearborn is there, though. Umanj tries to take it sideline. The battle for the ball. Umanj with good aggressive play, but it's pulled away there. That's Edward Wu. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw for Chicago. They're kind of taking their time here getting it in. They do get it in quickly, though.
No fouls here from Carthage. Just got to be really disciplined.
That's right. Don't give up a free kick here. Or a penalty or anything like that. Into the center. 1 minute left. Riley's in the center now. Ball comes up on this side. Ball into the box. It bounces around there, but it's cleared away. So that'll be a throw in. 42 seconds now to go. We're right down to the end, folks. Last minute of the game. One more cross. One more head out by Schofstall. Beautifully done. One more header into the midfield, and now we're down to 30 seconds. They try to go far side again. That's Shea Bailey over there trying to fashion something. He comes up along the line. Nice play, though. Damian Drzewecki. Aiden Crowder limping a little bit from that play. 10 seconds left to play. One more ball in. Evan Kowalski catches it and drops to the ground. And a great win for the Carthage Firebirds. Excellent win here tonight. This was a real surprise, folks. This is an extremely challenging opponent, the University of Chicago. You can see the lights flashing there. And the Carthage fans happy because free Culver's custard is on the menu after this important win. So the final score here, 1-0 to Carthage. Really a big win for them. That'll bring them to a total of 4-2-1 on the season. Their fourth win of the preseason. So that certainly helps them in terms of thinking about their momentum going forward. University of Chicago, on the other hand, will drop to 5-3. You would think that would probably be hard on their ranking as well in terms of the national polls, where they dropped a little bit after their loss to UW Eau Claire last week, and now with another loss to Carthage, you'd think they'll drop a little bit further down that national poll. So it'll be a little bit of a tough loss to swallow for the Maroons coming up here to the University of Chicago team coming up here to Kenosha, but Carthage certainly will be very, very happy with this win. Any thoughts here on the game, Jonah, and what transpired?
It was a great game. The guys were able to kind of hold it down in the second half. I mean, they got their goal in the first half, and that's the story of a team that's going up against a powerhouse, right? If you get your chance, you take it, and then you park the bus. And Carthage really did it. They were able to park the bus and hold off. So it was a really strong play from them, and props to Kowalski, for the goalkeeper, Kowalski, for being able to just stay in there and keep his composure.
Absolutely, absolutely. They got that early goal, and they just did an excellent job in the second half of holding on to that goal, holding on to that lead. And as you can see here, the Carthage team getting ready to go down and ring that ceremonial bell that is the tradition of Carthage athletics here at Art Keller Field. If they win one, they go down and ring that bell. So you can see the Carthage players streaming over there now to ring that bell to signal another Carthage victory. Carthage, as we said, will be back in action here on Saturday. The women's team will be in action in the afternoon. I believe that's a 3 o'clock start for the women. And the men's team will be in action here at Art Keller Field at 5:30 on Saturday against Milliken. That'll be their opening game in the CCIW, so they'll be very happy to go into the CCIW season off the back of this impressive win against the nationally ranked University of Chicago Maroons. You can't do much better than that going into the season. Carthage, as you can see, the players are down there. They've got the rope to ring the bell, and they're ready to ring it. And we'll wait for that. Looks like it's going to be a team effort down there. There's that bell. So with the ringing of the bell, we'll thank you for joining us here tonight from Carthage College. For my co-host Jonah Wallgren, who was able to make it back from class for this game tonight to see the entire game and to help out here in the booth. Thanks to him. Thanks to all our student workers, our producers, our directors, our graphics folks, as well as our camera people. And we'll be back here again on Saturday. Please tune in for that stream or join us here at Art Keller Field on the campus of Carthage College. So for Jonah Wallgren, I'm John Bruning. This has been Carthage College Men's Soccer. We'll see you back here next time.